Hi. Before going to video, please subscribe to my channel for more interesting stuff.
Story from r/Let's Not Meet. Episode 2. Posted by u/Baka Puppy. I used to frequent a bar and this one girl got obsessed with me. From about the age of 20 to 23 I used to spend like 1 or 2 nights in town drinking and doing what young adults do. Which in my case was failing to seduce anyone but winning at pool and quiz machines. When I first started going out, 18 plus, I would go to many different bars and clubs throughout the night with all my old school friends, but over the next few years as they went away to uni, I ended up befriending locals and I started hanging around in this one bar with this group of friends I had made. This group was about 15 people, a mix of guys and girls between the ages of 18 to 25. We were the main crowd in this one bar. Everyone who came in frequently would get to know our group and either hang around hoping to join us or keep clear of us. I was really enjoying myself and I started going out more often to meet my friends in this bar. I was drinking a lot and starting earlier in the day. I grew out of this stage in my life eventually. So anyway, this one girl that wasn't really part of this social group but was on the fringes started being friendly with me, hugging me when she saw me, following me outside if I wanted to smoke, usual stuff. It's not like she was the only person who did this, but over time it started to become a problem. See, at first I thought she was just friendly. I just couldn't see her in a romantic light because she wasn't my type, and so I just didn't consider that she was attracted to me. So when she was friendly I would be friendly back. This I guess was my mistake. I thought I was just being a nice guy. I don't want to be mean now, but I kind of have to explain her a little bit. You might describe her as obese. She was fat, very fat, not the sort of on the chubby side, not the middle-aged losing your figure type of fat. She was the round, bouncy. First thing you notice about her is that she is fat. Kind of fat. And she smelled bad too. I don't know if that is related to the weight thing, but it meant that having her in my personal space was not enjoyable, but I put up with it multiple times a week because I didn't know what to do / she was nice to me, so I didn't want to upset her. But the smell was so bad. Oh, and she was my age. Anyway, after I had known her a few months, and become accustomed to her just always being around, I started to notice some territorial behaviors. So for example, if I was talking to a girl I liked, then she would often come over and make that dialogue a trialogue. You know. And she started getting kind of girlfriendy with me. Like she would get super upset by bits of banter and like drama cry outside, or she would start crying about her personal stuff and other girls would come up to me and tell me how upset she was and that I should go and check on. I'm gonna call her Jerry, so I would go talk to her and say like, hey, don't get upset, what's up? And she would instantly be fine and hugging me and stuff and like huck FFS. So as this developed I started getting tired of having to stop what I was doing to go and see if Jerry was okay. So I stopped. She would send naive girls to go and ask me to check on her, and I would just tell them I didn't care what Jerry was doing, it had nothing to do with me, and the girls would tend to agree. You would think problem solved, right? Somehow she got my number. So I would be at home and I would get texts asking me to come to bar, or I would get personal texts like, I'm still upset with you because of last night? Sometimes I would engage in conversation with a rather confused attitude and other times I would ignore it. Pretty soon it got to the point where she would be in the bar every time I got there, or she wouldn't be there and I would be relieved. But she must have convinced a few people to notify her if I was in there, because she would turn up not long after I got there. I would be dreading the moment the door opened and she would say hello to everyone in the bar, slowly but deliberately making her way to me. So I decided I needed to distance myself from her because I was feeling a tad pursued, but at the same time I didn't want to stop seeing my friends, some of whom I was actually interested in and some of them were into me too, but this Jerry girl's drama was really making it difficult. So I started just casually walking away from her. If I was heading outside to smoke and saw her follow me, I would squeeze into a position that meant she couldn't stand next to me, or I would pace back and forth so she couldn't get too close to me for more than a second. If I was talking to people and she appeared there, I would move over to a different conversation. She would follow soon after. I remember a few times where I was literally running in circles around the pool table trying to get away from her. Once she figured out what was going on, she started using psychology. She would bitch about me, stir rumors about me, and just generally try to turn people on me. On the occasions that I would be talking to the same people that she was, the conversation would quickly become about me. She would know about everything I had said to people. Any drama that involved me she would know about, and it seemed like anyone who had reason to be upset with me or had some past issue with me was being interrogated for information. I didn't know what to do about it, so I just went back to being friendly with her. It was better to have her as a stalker than to have her as an enemy. I figured she would get tired. She didn't, but something better happened. I was playing pool with this guy one day. He was a friendly, suck-up, nervous, skinny, Spotty kind of guy. Anyway, I was beating him at pool over and over again, and Jerry was there being a mix between a cheerleader and a bitch. She was constantly commenting on our game and trying to get a rise out of me, and I was just taking the piss out of her back, but it was pretty friendly. Our weird dynamic had gotten quite comfortable now. Anyway, he picked up on the way I was speaking to her and he started mimicking it, and she was enjoying it. So I was like, holy shit. Light bulb. It was his turn to break the balls in pool, but before he took his shot he needed to pee. So I went outside for a smoke and Jerry followed me, naturally. I started playing matchmaker. Telling her that clearly this guy liked her. Do you like him? That kind of thing. Telling her that she liked him, and I could tell because of the way she was talking to him and stuff. I don't know if she liked him immediately or if she thought it was making me jealous, but either way she started being way more obvious with her flirting with him. And me. Which was fucking gross, but I held it together. Finally I got the chance to speak with him without her around, and I didn't need to convince him that he liked her at all. This dude just straight up liked her and was open about it. I was flabbergasted but so frickin' happy. I told him he had to ask her out. He said he couldn't. He didn't know how. I was like, fucking hell. She defo likes you, I can tell. He was still too scared to do it. So when they were next both in earshot of me, I said, you two seem really good together, you should totally try like going out together sometime. They looked at each other all embarrassed but didn't agree to anything, so I made them give each other numbers, and over the next few hours I started asking them when they would next be meeting. I went full out, getting the rest of the bar involved. Making them the center of attention. By the end of tay night they were in each other's arms. They really got on. I saw way less of Jerry after that. Every time I saw either of them I would ask if they were still together, and they fucking were. Haha. Maybe they still are now? I don't know, it's been like 6 or 7 years. It was a pretty happy ending, right? The funny part is he was one of those super skinny guys, so that stereotype of skinny guys and big girls might be true, you know. TLDR, that's the story of how I put up with this viscous stalker bitch who I secretly had a strong dislike for but put up with because she was too psycho for me to handle, and then the universe or Cupid or something totally saved me and it was a happy ever after.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe for more videos.